Hey guys, Eli here. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a good start to your goddamn week. Hopefully, it's not a shit show like so many previous weeks have been. All right, let's get positive. I'll quit being a whatever you want to call it. So I am here to show my purchases for the month of October. It's not a huge stack of movies by any means. It's actually only 6 titles. Um, Next month will probably be even less, and we'll see where December is. But it doesn't really matter. I have countless movies to watch already, and this is part of my collection. So yeah, no shortage of physical media. But let's get started with a couple of titles I've already actually shown and talked about on this channel. I made a short, so if you're not a short watcher, which I'm not really either, you might not have seen that. So I made a small purchase through a Seattle company. It's actually a brick and mortar store called Tomb of Treasure. Look at that cool logo. Very awesome. Never had heard of them, but they had some stuff that I wanted. So they had from Umbrella Entertainment out of Australia. They had Noroi the Curse. I'd actually been wanting to get this movie in my collection for a long time, limited to 2,000 copies. Yeah, I've just wanted this movie for years and just never had it. So I'm really, really happy to finally have that. So check out Tomb of Terror, because, man, they shipped that over to me real quick. Their prices were solid. And from them, I also got 100 Tears from Unearthed Films. I'd been wanting to see this for a while, by the way. I'm a Terrifier fan. I love my clown horror. This is clown horror from 2007, so this predates Terrifier by almost a decade. And I've heard it's pretty good. I've heard it's maybe not necessarily a great film, but I've heard it's brutal and gory. And dude, if Unearthed Films put it out, you know that shit is true. You know that's true. By the way, The Curse, I should have probably talked about that a little more. It's such a cult classic Japanese film, so I just kind of didn't really feel the need to talk about it for too long. But it came out in 2005. Let's just jog my memory here. Directed by Koji Shirashi. I can't really see that too well. And Koji Shiraishi. And I've actually never seen this movie, so I know I've said I've wanted to get it in my collection for many years, but I've also wanted to actually just see it for many years. I'm a big Japanese horror fan, and this is just one of those obligatory titles that it makes no sense for me to not have ever seen. It's just weird, but yeah, I've rectified that. So please keep me in your good graces from here out. So we got some Italian horror. Lucio Fulci's maybe not necessarily my favorite Italian director, but he's done some damn cool stuff. There's no debating that. So I picked up Manhattan Baby, another film that I hadn't seen. Blue Underground, great company. So this film came out in 1982, the year of our Lord, 1982, the year that I was born. Yeah, so I've definitely heard of this movie. Being I am an Italian horror fan, but I'm not the biggest Italian horror fan, and I'm also not the biggest expert. I've seen I guess you could say most of the obligatory, staples, but there's still stuff that the entire what do you call it, giallo genre. I'm still just barely scraping the surface, but I'm getting there. I'm doing my due diligence. Next, I have Psycho 2, Anthony Perkins. Been wanting to get this one for a while too. I'm a newish Psycho fan. I only had seen the first Psycho, I think last year, maybe 2 years ago. Absolutely loved it. Thought it was phenomenal. Definitely not an overrated film. If you're wondering what my, I guess, stupid opinion would be, I think it's fantastic. And I also really like Psycho 3, which I've seen and have in my collection. I've never seen Psycho 2. So, I've seen 1 and 3. We'll see where 2 kind of slides in there. I've heard it's really good. And, I also loved 3. So, I assume I'll like 2 as well. I have mentioned recently that I've said this a lot of times, I've never really been the biggest Tobe Hooper fan. But that said, he definitely has some films that, that I really, really like. and I've always wanted to see Life Force, and I just never have. It's kind of funny. Most of these movies I'm showing today, I haven't seen. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So far, all 5 of these I've never seen. Life Force came out in 1985. It is basically a. Let me see. Was it a remake? You might have to correct me on this one, but it's either a remake of that Italian film. I think it might be a Fulci film, actually. Vampire Aliens. Is that what it was called? Something like that. But I think this is either a remake of that, or it's just based on the same story. I don't know. Someone help me out here. I think it's a remake of a God, what's that damn movie called? Vampire Aliens or some shit like that. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. Although I've never seen anyone mention that before. I don't know. I'm losing it. My fucking memory is just drifting. All right, now the last thing that I got that I'll be showing today is something that I actually didn't know that existed. I didn't think Netflix put out physical media. I know they did at some point, but I thought they had stopped before 2019. So I've got season 2 of The Punisher, which again I didn't know it existed. I don't know if this is a bootleg. I don't think it is. I've never seen. I didn't even know that a season 1 of Punisher existed. On DVD. Yeah, it looks real. Maybe it's because it's Marvel. Maybe they worked out a deal. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Netflix stopped putting out physical media. Quite some time ago. I remember actually looking for season 1 of The Punisher and I couldn't find it. So I don't know. I guess it exists. So I need to go find that. So I love this show, by the way. I think this is, first of all, Punisher growing up. I'm a big comic guy, and growing up, this is Punisher was one of my favorite comic books. Still to this day is, and I always wanted a great Punisher movie, and we obviously, maybe this is just my opinion. We never really got one. We never really got a great Punisher movie. We got some fun ones. We got some cool ones, but this to me, this Netflix show with Jon Bernthal is. It's still not perfect. It's still not 100% what I would want done with the character, but they do way more with the character than any of the movies, combined. It's close. It's much more comic accurate. It's just done better. It's really fucking good. I think they're making a season 3, Punisher season 3. I could be wrong. I thought they were bringing him back. Pretty sure they are. Yeah, I'd love to see it. If you haven't, even if you're not a comic book fan, it doesn't really matter. The Punisher has never been super comic booky, and this show is not super comic booky. It's pretty, yeah. You don't have to care about comic books to like it. If you just like good vigilante, type storylines, it's one of the best. So, and it's brutal, and it's violent, and yeah, it'll bring you a lot of cheer, I think. I think you'll dig it. So, anyways, that's all I got for now, guys. I'm just going to be working on film reviews. Seems to be my thing these days. I got a bunch coming out. Got a bunch that came out recently. I've been pretty consistent. So, anyways, hope you guys are doing well and all that shit. Talk to me about stuff. And cheers. See you at the multiplex. Subscribe right now, please.